Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel today. Today, as always, we're back talking about Wrexham AFC, and today we've got a couple of talking points that I do want to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Doncaster Rovers defeat, a potential transfer lined up for the summer for Wrexham AFC. We're going to be talking about some news that has broken out recently that could have happened 5 or 6 years ago, that could have been game-changing for Wrexham AFC and might have meant that the takeover might not have gone through. So yeah, before we get going in today's video, if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like as well. Make sure to get down there and click the red subscribe button. You've smashed the support on the recent video, so yeah, let's go for 500 likes on today's video. And like I said, we're trying to hit 21,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So if you're new watching this and you're looking for Wrexham AFC content on YouTube, this is the place to be. Get down there, click the red subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you are notified every time a new video comes to the channel. And of course, like I always say, if you want to support the channel one step further, then you can join as a member. Everything will be in the description down below. If you just click the first link in the description, you'll see all the cool perks, Wrexham AFC emojis, loyalty badges next to your name. To have your own Wrexham AFC emojis is pretty cool, so if you do want to join and support the channel further, first link in the description. We're going to be starting off with our defeat to Doncaster Rovers on Tuesday night. Now, our poor away form comes back to haunt us yet again as we fall short to Doncaster Rovers, who actually were in the bottom half of the table going into this fixture. And I thought, you know, before the game, nearly 2,500 Wrexham AFC fans travelling. We're going to make it a great atmosphere on a Tuesday night. Although Doncaster Rovers were in form, Wrexham AFC are coming off that 2-0 win against Mansfield. I thought the spirits would be high, would be full of confidence, and yeah, I think it's definitely another away game to forget. I feel like I've said that so many times this season, but I think we started this first 20-30 minutes of this game not on the front foot, but you know, we started positively. We had a couple of chances, we attacked them down the flanks, but nothing happened from it. And then Doncaster grew and grew into the game. On 14 minutes, Owen Bailey headed home from a pinpoint cross from Maxwell. Now, Will Boyle, of course, he's been on spectacular form recently for Wrexham AFC, and I hate to say it, but I think this was the only header that Will Boyle did actually lose in the whole of this game, and of course it proved to be pivotal as it was the only goal of the game which won Doncaster Rovers the game. Don't get me wrong, it is a good header, and I think it all is made from that incredible cross from Maxwell down that left hand side. It's in the corner. Okonkwo couldn't have done anything more. It's, like I said, it's perfect header. 1-0 to Doncaster. In the second half, I think it was definitely more even in terms of attacking chances and just the overall balance of the second half. Wrexham AFC came out better. We made a substitute on half time, which I think made a big difference. Ryan Barnett came on for Luke Bolton. Luke Bolton, yeah, he didn't play the best, but Barnett came on, immediately started attacking that right hand side, took on the left back, made a positive impact, and of course George Evans did come on, and I think again he was another player that had a really good impact on the game. Not afraid to do that diagonal pass, that long ball, which obviously opened up the space. You know, I think in that game we were doing far too many short passes. We weren't exploiting them, you know, pinging that long ball over the tops of the flanks. George Evans was doing exactly that, and I think he deserves to start against Colchester United on Saturday. You've just got to look at the amount of chances we had in that second half. Will Boyle missing an absolute golden opportunity on around 51 minutes, which I think if that would have gone in, that would have changed the whole trajectory of the game. I think Wrexham AFC would have grown to even more, and you know, if that would have gone in, we'd have pressed them, and I could definitely have seen us winning that game if that Will Boyle chance went in. Paul Mullin, disappointed. It is really disappointing, because if you're looking at it from different angles, it's offside. Is it going in? It is going in, and Mullin didn't have to touch it, but it's natural instinct for a striker. Mullin had to really tap it in. I know he probably thought, what if it hits the post and he doesn't get in and get a touch on it, but like I said, it's natural instinct. It was offside, and it's bitterly disappointing, because it would have been a good goal. It would have been a good goal from Owen O'Connell. It would have probably gained us a valuable point. Something else that would have gained us a big point was Stephen Fletcher's header right at the end in stoppage time. Wow, what a save that was. I think that might be the best save I've ever seen at a Wrexham AFC match. You've just got to hold your hands up to the keeper and say that is a world-class save, because Fletcher did nothing wrong. He beat him in the air, fair and square, in the corner. The keeper's gone down so quick and somehow covered the majority of his right-hand side of his goal to sort of push it out, and you know, that was the last chance of the game that Wrexham AFC had. Doncaster saw it through. You know, I thought Doncaster looked an organised side. They put on a much better performance than we got against Mansfield on Saturday. And I think if Doncaster can keep some of their key players, and some of that good winger, I can't remember his name, who played really well, looked tricky. Grant McElhenney's got something really good going on at Doncaster. They're hitting form. I know they'll probably be thinking that they're hitting form at the wrong part of the season, but if they can keep this momentum going into League 2 next year, if the likes of Wrexham, Stockport County, Mansfield Town, and of course someone else through the playoffs are going to go up this year, Doncaster will definitely fancy their chances of playoffs, maybe even automatic promotion with 1 or 2 additions in the summer. I think, they're looking a good side. They've beaten and picked up points against some of the top sides in League 2 this season. So, yeah, they were a solid outfit. Wrexham created the chances. But, yeah, again, we've just got to move on to our game tomorrow away at Colchester United. If we're talking about team news in this, if he's fully fit to start and available from the start, I'd put Evans in the midfield over Tom O'Connor. Now, you're probably thinking, would you drop Tom O'Connor completely? Would you drop him into left centre-back, which would then sacrifice Will Boyle onto the bench? So I don't know what you do in this scenario, but I would definitely look at putting George Evans into that midfield. He looks so calm and composed. He likes to pick out that good pass, like we saw against Doncaster Rovers. It's good to have him back at this important stage of the season. I think Tom O'Connor definitely looks better at left centre-back than he does in centre midfield. A lot more stable, a lot more calm when he does play in that left centre-back role. I'd also start Ryan Barnett over Luke Bolton. Barnett came on, he showed his qualities, he showed why he is one of the best right-backs in this division. And against a team like Colchester United, who are poor defensively, and I'm sure we could capitalise on their poor defensive record, I think Barnett putting the crosses into the box, attacking the wing-back, creating the chances, will definitely help us in getting 3 points. I wouldn't be too concerned about changing a whole load of things. Of course, our away form has been poor for a very long time. I last saw Wrexham AFC win away in October, I think it was, against Notts County. So yeah, it's just something that we have been poor at all season. So I wouldn't be too concerned at dropping 4 or 5 players. I'd stick with the same team mostly. Like I said, I put Evans and Ryan Barnett in. This is the same team that we're talking about that's beaten some of the top sides in League 2 this season, and I'm just hoping that our away form doesn't come back to bite us on the you-know-what. I'm confident it's going to be a big game. It is a big game for both teams. Colchester United are fighting for their lives at the bottom end of the table. Wrexham AFC are fighting to go up to League 1. The stakes are high for this one. There's a lot to play for. It's a sellout at Colchester United Stadium as well. So it's going to be a big game. It is going to be a big game. But is this going to come back to bite me? Touch wood, it doesn't. I think this is going to be a big performance from Wrexham AFC. I think we're going to come out. I think we're going to have learned our lesson from Tuesday night. They'll be looking to put the wrong right. And I'm saying it, I think we're going to go out with fireworks. I think we're going to put on a big performance away at Colchester United. Scoreline, I don't know. But they're a good team. They've got Danny and Nicky Cowley, well-established managers, well-respected managers in the game. Will that make a difference? I don't think it will. I think we are going to win big away at Colchester United. And if I'm looking back on this and we've lost 2-1, I'm going to kick myself and I'm never going to talk about a game ever again. So yeah, that is it for the preview and the reviews. Now we're going to be talking about the player that could be signing for Wrexham AFC in the summer. Benji McGee, what a name that is, has been linked with a move to the racecourse ground. Now, Team Talk have reported that we've shown interest in the 21-year-old Northern Irish striker Benji McGee, who currently has 17 goals in the NIFL Premiership this season for Loughborough. He's also reportedly sparked interest from Bolton Wanderers, Oxford United and Charlton Athletic, all of League 1, and with him being out of contract in the summer, we wouldn't have to pay a fee for him. If we can just sell the project to Benji McGee, then we could have a really good striker on our hands. 21 years old, he's looking good. He's got the potential to be a big striker according to reports. Everyone speaks highly of him. What I've seen about him, people are speaking very highly of him, and he could be a big striker if he does get his big move over to one of these clubs that we've said in this list. Now, McGee is a fast, relentless striker who of course has a great eye for goals, scoring a goal every 135 minutes this season in Northern Ireland, and at 21 years of age he has got experience under his belt, playing nearly 90 times in Northern Ireland for 3 different clubs, scoring 27 times, 30 goal contributions in his short career so far. So he's definitely a player to keep your eye on. He's definitely a player that I think will definitely make the switch over to England, whether it be for Bolton Wanderers if they're in the Championship. That probably looks the most lucrative move for McGee as it stands. McGee, for his development, he might see them as the best option. Charlton Athletic, if Wrexham go up, I'd see Wrexham as a better option. over Charlton Athletic. And Oxford United, you know, they've got some good players, they've got a good manager. Could Oxford be on the cards? Yes. Could Bolton be on the cards? Yes. I'd say Wrexham definitely have a good chance of getting Benji McGee. Of course, we've got this brilliant project going on, just down to what Benji McGee sees as the best option for him to continue his development as a striker, because he's young, he needs to take the right path. If the potential's there, then he needs to unlock that at a team that is going to get the best out of him and help his career develop. You know, I think if he was to sign for Wrexham AFC, he'd learn a lot off the current squad that we've got, and more specifically learn a lot off the strikers that we've currently got. Palmer, Mullin, Stephen Fletcher, all strikers that have, of course, been in the higher leagues, that have done it before, they're good goal scorers. McGee would learn a lot off those. Of course, Marriott as well, he's been in the big situations in the Championship playoffs, so, you know, we've got experienced strikers that he could definitely teach him a lot, Benji McGee, and we've poached from the Irish leagues before, so never say never. I definitely think there is a big chance that we show interest in Benji McGee and hopefully look at signing him. We said this about Ronan Hale as well in the January transfer window. Could this be all for clicks? I think Team Talk have done this before with multiple players and we haven't even ended up going in for them. So could this be done for clicks? I really hope not, because from the short time that I've known about Benji McGee, I've looked at his stats, I've looked at the type of player he is, and he's definitely a player that seems to have potential, a good eye for goal. If he's fast, if he's relentless up top, then there's definitely obviously room to develop as a striker and could be a key asset for us next season. And staying on the topics of strikers now, for anyone that's supported Wrexham AFC since the takeover, this is definitely going to confuse you and you might end up skipping this part of the video, but Brian Hughes was a former Wrexham AFC manager that managed us from the end of the 18-19 season to, I think it was September 2019 of the start of the 19-20 season. Now, we did an interview with The Athletic and he recently revealed 2 strikers that he tried to sign when we were pushing for promotion in the 2018-19 season. Now, this is definitely interesting. Now, Hughes revealed that he tried to sign Gabby Agbonlahor, former Aston Villa striker, and Victor Anichebe, former Everton and Sunderland striker, for the run-in at the end of the 18-19 season. They were both free agents at the time and they both rejected moves to Wrexham AFC. Now, the season that we're talking about now, 2018-19, we had the second best defence in the league. We had a really solid midfield, loads of energy in it, and the only place that we were lacking was up front, and I genuinely think to this day that was the only reason why, you know, we didn't push on for that league title. I think we were 5 points off winning the league. Leyton Orient won it that year, but we started off really, really well under Sam Ricketts. That is the most convincing season I've seen Wrexham AFC have up to date, of course, since, you know, the past 2 seasons under the takeover. That's when we first really started to believe we've got something special going on here. We could push for the title. We had that under Gary Mills as well in the 15-16 season, but I'd say the Sam Ricketts obviously lasted a lot longer and we had a lot more joy watching our team under Sam Ricketts, and then he obviously departed to Shrewsbury Town, which was a snaky move. We got Brian Hughes in, we just didn't look good. We were pushing, it was us and Leyton Orient that season, first and second, and we ended up finishing 4th, and, you know, it almost seemed like we weren't going to get out of the playoffs. We lost to Eastleigh in the semi-final, of course. Yeah, it was just a season to forget. And of course, the season that followed the 19-20 season, the less said the better. But like I said, the season where we finished 4th, we were looking for a striker. We only scored 58 goals. Havant and Waterlooville finished 23rd and got relegated that season, and they scored 4 more goals than us. They scored 62 times. So it's definitely the reason why we didn't go up. We didn't have enough quality in front of goal, and our top scorer that year was Stuart Bevan, who, don't get me wrong, incredible striker, incredible work rate for his age, and I think to this day he's still playing. He scored 6 goals for us. He ended the season with 6 goals as our top scorer. Now, he has the lowest scoring tally that a top scorer's had since the 1945-46 season. So the evidence is there to back up that we needed a striker to go up this year, and Brian Hughes tried his best. Would Gabby Agbonlahor would have made a difference that season? Probably wouldn't have made a difference. Likewise with Anichebe, and the following season Hughes also revealed that he wanted to get Devante Colin, who is now the top scorer for Barnsley with 17 goals, so that would have been some coup. But of course, everyone rejected Wrexham AFC and we ended up not getting promoted. You've got to think though, if we'd have got promoted that year, if Gabby Agbonlahor would have come, had an impact, got Wrexham AFC promoted, we might not have even seen the takeover happen. So it's crazy what you think. And I actually did see Gabby Agbonlahor as well in London Euston last summer. I was wearing my Wrexham shirt and I'm convinced he saw me. So he'd have signed for us. I don't think he would have done all too well. You know, he retired in 2018 and Ichibi last played in 2017, so like I said, they were both free agents. They were probably both a bit rusty. And finally, the final talking point of today's video, Elliot Lee has been nominated in a 3-man shortlist for League 2 Player of the Year alongside Davis Keeler-Dunn and Jody Jones. Now, he deserves to be on this list. I think he deserves to be because, you know, a lot of fans might have seen his past maybe 1 or 2 months. It's fair to say he's not been as good as he was previously. He still had a big role to play in the team, but when it comes to scoring goals and assisting, he's not done all too much. But I think people are forgetting when Mullin was out injured in that period at the start of the year, Elliot Lee took control of this team. He leaded the attack. He scored goals. He scored the penalties. He created chances. He got on the assist sheet. He took the attack by storm when Mullin was out injured. He took the leading role and, you know, he's ended up with 18 goals and assists so far this season. It's thoroughly deserved for Elliot Lee to be on this shortlist. Now, it makes you question, will Elliot Lee actually be our Player of the Year? Will he be Wrexham's Player of the Year? A lot of people are saying he won't be, but imagine if he ends up winning the League 2 Player of the Year and then doesn't end up winning Wrexham's individual Player of the Year. I think there's definitely a question about who does go out and win Player of the Year. You've got multiple players who could win it this year. I think Cleworth is definitely an outsider for Player of the Year. Conquo as well. You've got Mullin just scoring goals. Elliot Lee, of course. McLean as well. He's probably going to be up there. So let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think is going to win Wrexham's Player of the Year this year? So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, like I said, make sure to drop a like on today's video. Let me know as well what you're thinking ahead of tomorrow's away game at Colchester United. Do you think we'll win? Do you think we'll draw? Or do you think we'll lose? I really hope we don't lose tomorrow, because it could have a really damaging effect on our end to the season and could slim our chances of automatic promotion. So on the other hand, if we get a big 3 points, it could increase our chances. So yeah, it's going to be a nervous last few games of the season. And of course, do all that good stuff. Subscribe if you want to join as a member. It's the first thing in the description. And I'll see you in another video. Take care, guys. Up the town.